What an incredible think tank of beautiful minds. Thank you for showing up with your gifts, for your area of expertise. This is a beautiful moment, and congratulations to you and to you for the efforts of bringing this all together. I can't even imagine what it's taken, years. So well done. I'm a life coach. I'm a hypnotherapist. I am a breathwork facilitator. I'm a sound healer. And I am deeply healed myself through mindfulness practices. 20 years ago, I was in a chokehold with several addictions. And what saved me was community. Community and other people reflecting back similar issues. And also enlarging my spiritual life became the way through, and having other people reflecting that back as a value in community. And then the service piece, finding value in becoming someone who is able to then pass that on to somebody else, became the fabric that rescued me from a hopeless, pitiful state, truly. So I wasn't one who healed through therapy, and we all find our way and our path. It was really through several modalities that really scaffolded my well-being, and for that, I have a tremendous gratitude for those that have gone before me and then turned around and handed it back. And this is the beauty of how we can each support each other in this way. And I have in turn worked with so many women in recovery for the last 20 years. And then maybe a decade ago, I became a life coach. And then all the modalities that had worked for me, like hypnosis, closing this, we have 60 to 80,000 thoughts a day, most of which are negative, and they're on a repetitive loop. So it's very hard to get out of our comfort zone. It's very hard to shift a negative habit. We're marinating in this negative self-talk, and then that in turn becomes the reality. We talk about manifesting. It becomes what we call in all the time on this, and we wonder why it doesn't change. Sophie and I were speaking earlier about ending a relationship and then taking that time to heal and to essentially call in something new when we're ready for it, because otherwise we do, as James spoke of, the same thing happens over and over and over again, and we are extremely powerful beings. And I do have concerns when we talk about AI and we talk about, again, this conversation around transhumanism, when we are not honoring our humanity and the complexity of it and our mental health. And these are just basic tenets. So, there's only 1 in 200,000 therapists to each for 200,000 people. So not everyone is going to be able to have access to talk therapy. And governments only allocate 2% of their health budget towards mental health. So and 1 in 9 people have mental health issues. I mean, that number varies a little bit. So we're looking at this abyss, if you will. And we know that the numbers have really escalated after COVID. And so we're finding it's very hard to go through these traditional routes, but mindfulness is simple. It's very practical. It doesn't have to be sitting in a lotus in an ashram like I did when I was 17 and went on this incredible pilgrimage to India, which I'm so grateful for. It did not preclude me from the darkness that I had to walk through, that beautiful, sacred, spiritual path of addiction, but it definitely was a foundation. And I think we can look to the East for all these practices that have been around for thousands and thousands of years, and to really make this a standard the world over, teaching people breath work, teaching people just 3 deep breaths regulates the entire nervous system. Let's do it together. Just stop what you're doing. Just take a second. Let's just put our feet on the ground. Wherever you are, you don't even have to adjust your posture, but just feel that grounding, that point of connection, the feet on the ground. And let's take a big, deep breath in together. Closing your eyes can be helpful, just to shut out the world. Come back to you. A lot of thoughts and ideas have been percolating. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose, down deep into the belly. And then let's just exhale. Good, let's do one more. A little bit deeper. And let's do that 3rd deep, beautiful breath. Breath is the first thing we do when we enter this world, and it's the exhale is the last thing we do when we exit. And the quality of our life is really by the breathing that we do throughout our living, bringing that mindfulness to our day-to-day, Because we can have a beautiful meditation practice in the morning, but if we can't hang on to it throughout our day and weave it through all the moments, when the taxi cab horns are honking, when someone says something unfavorable, when things don't go our way, if we don't have a toolbox, a mindfulness toolbox that we've been cultivating and curating and normalizing to be able to self-regulate, to come back to ourselves and to let go of leaning out of ourselves constantly, we're just going to get blown around by the winds. And this is a pivotal time on the planet. This is an earth-shattering time, and everything is moving for our highest good. I truly believe that. And so many things are crumbling. The old ways are crumbling. We can see it. It looks like chaos. But what if something new is emerging? I feel like this panel is a big part of that. And people finding their voice and all the different expertise, these areas, to be able to amplify wellness, mental health, people that are struggling, and to, again, like I did, just turn around and extend an arm, the way my mom did in the taxi that day. Yeah, it's so simple. This is how we can just make mindfulness just so easy. It's one breath away. It's one thought. It's choosing a different thought. I know it doesn't sound simple, but it is. And I think I'd love to create this in schools. I'd love to have this in public schools. I'd like to have it for government agencies where people can get these resources of just simple community, sharing what's going on, normalizing vulnerability, authenticity, people finding their voice, speaking up, and then some mindfulness practices. Thank you.